Jonathan Riches here, Original Media Group. I'm here in Surfside at the scene. That is the Champlain Tower North Tower there that came down in the middle of the night the other night. I'm out here with a resident here, and he's going to describe a little bit of what he heard and a little bit about the history of this area. How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Dominic Daniel.
Dominic Daniel. And you live here?
Yeah, I live 8850 Harding since 73.
Since 1973.
Yeah, since 1973 there. So I pretty much seen this whole neighborhood change from what it was then till now.
Describe like what was going on the other night.
I was woken up like around one-ish in the morning there. There was like just a rumble, and then when I came to check, the dog was barking. There were fire trucks all along the whole street here. I mean, at least 40 or 50.
They were responding.
Oh, yeah, they were responding. They responded quick, too. I thought it was a gas line because the power went out briefly. And I went back to sleep, and then the next morning I found out on the news that the building had collapsed.
So we were speaking earlier, and you said that you were actually lived here before that got built over there.
It was a quarry pit. It was basically the base of what they were going to build there, and I used to play in there as a kid.
Quarry pit.
Yeah, it was a big pit. The same with Champlain number 2 there. It was all because half of these hotels weren't here when.
Which one is Champlain number 2?
That would be the one that's on 88th and Collins.
Okay.
And 89th and Collins. I'm sorry.
So, what's your take on this? You think it was inevitable? You think it was bone that
that's
to happen?
My opinion. I mean, I've been, like I said, I grew up here, and I walk my dog when I came back, and for the last couple of years, I would see in the foundation huge cracks. I mean, not just huge cracks, and the only kind of cracks I used to see like that when I was in California, buildings that had earthquake damage, and also the balconies were buckling. You saw the rebar, the metal sticking out, and the crack, and it had already dropped. So that can't be good. So this was obviously something they knew and saw. Mm-hmm. And
when you say they, who would be
the owners and the landlords?
Owners,
and they probably either neglected it or was waiting. Now they say they check it every 40 years. Now you have to understand, you have to tack on another 40 years when you live in front of the ocean. You have the shifting of because we're built on a sandbar. Mm-hmm. There's no grounding here. It's the salt air, the corrosion of that, the hurricanes, the wind. It all adds to that, and especially if you live near the ocean. Inland, it's a little different. They should change those regulations because I would look into the next Champlain number 2 and see how that structure is, because they were built around the same time, maybe a year or two later.
Yeah, there were talks of possibly evacuating that building itself too. Do you think that's appropriate?
There's a lot of old buildings here. There's one on 71st Street that's getting totally restructured because it's been there since like 70. And some of these, who knows what corners they cut, or you don't know. And regulations were different then.
So how's this have been affecting your life since this tragedy happened?
A lot. I mean, I've been stuck in the home for like 2 days. You can't. My car is parked like 2 blocks away now. I'm taking care of my father, who's 92. If something should happen, I'm kind of jammed up. And I understand that it's on Collins. I don't understand why they need to shut down Harding.
So this is 1 block from the actual.
This is 1 block there, and the next street over is Collins, and that's where all the damage is, and all the rescue. They got the park and everything, which is fine. But all the side streets are closed. I mean, there's people's lives here that are being affected too, and understandably so. This isn't, it is what it is, but it's like they need to kind of readjust on Harding what to do.
Have you seen like officials with the state, like the governor, come by at all, or have you seen anyone?
I saw it was the mayor that was here. I saw and Santos did pop up, and the mayor of Surfside has been showing himself a lot and reporting. So.
Well, I thank you for your time, and be safe, and God bless you, and hopefully everything works out.
All things will pass. So.
Thank you. Hey, how are you doing? here in Surfside, Florida. They got the beach cut off here. And there it is. There is the building that collapsed. Right now, search and rescue efforts are underway here in Surfside. If you go over here, I'm going to show you, there's a little makeshift memorial here, some flowers, a love teddy bear, candles. And there's the building right there. You can see JLR at the scene. I'm out here covering it. Search and rescue efforts are going underway. There's hundreds, over 100 people missing. A lot of families want answers. There will be lawsuits because of this tragedy, and there will be criminal charges because of this tragedy. Rest assured. Praying for the victims, praying for the victims' families here in Surfside. Right outside Miami, Florida. It's drizzling out, but the search and rescue operation is still going on. Still going on.